if you want to get into game dev, start making small games. That's what people will always say. It sounds obvious, but then you get hit with the next question. What engine do I even use? Wanting to start game dev, I was always drawn to Godot. But personally, that feels too advanced for me on day one, so I kept looking for something less complicated. And that's when I found Pico-8. Pico-8 is a fantasy console, which is an application that acts as a retro game console that never actually existed. After trying out Pico-8, I think it's one of the best places for anyone to start game dev, especially if you want to get overwhelmed by too many options. The good thing about Pico-8 is that it's basically an all-in-one game workshop. The code editor, sprites, tiles, sound effects, and music are all in one application, so you don't need to set up a bunch of external tools to start making your game. Pico-8 does come with some constraints though, like limited color options, small map size, and a token limit for the code. Now, a token limit might sound bad at first. I definitely thought it was initially, but I soon realized it's that limitation that helps you finish your game. That being said, maybe it's a skill issue, but I find the built-in code editor quite annoying. Having the need to use the arrow keys to navigate horizontally gets really tedious, so what I would do is I would write in VS Code and paste the code into Pico-8. There are proper sync setups between Pico-8 and VS Code. Kevin Makes Games and Space Cat have great tutorials, but personally I've just been spamming Ctrl-C and Ctrl-V. Making my very first Pico-8 game, I followed M. Boffin's tutorial on making a tiny top-down adventure game. It has basic movement where you collect keys and chests to open doors, avoid spikes and reach the end goal. It's nothing really special, but since it was my very first game in Pico-8, I'm pretty proud of it. The second game, I wanted to focus more on the pixel art and also test myself on how much I really learned from the previous project, so I tried making it without any tutorial reference. To make the setting fresh, I decided to go for a space theme. So the character I made is an astronaut. I designed the assets and hazards that would fit a space station. Even though the project is a reskin, it gave me a lot of confidence in taking an idea and putting it to reality. The first two games was fun to make and all, but it kinda felt like I was missing a couple systems. I found Space Cat's farming game tutorial researching on systems to try out. This project showed me more things like level UI, transitions, a health bar, timers and transition cycles. I wasn't really sure what I could improve on at the time, so I decided to just change the theme to more of a post-apocalyptic vibe. After that, I wanted to test myself on implementing what I learned into a game to improve on it. I found a video by Nerdy Teachers where he made a platformer tutorial. I chose this because he also goes through how to make animations of the player character, so I incorporated that and the platforming mechanics in my fourth game. I decided to go for the space theme again. After perfecting the platforming, I focused on creating the assets for the level. Designed the level, which took some trial and error as I was eyeballing where the platform should go to add a bit of challenge. Made some hazards that I learned from the second project along with the win and lose condition. I added some sound effects for the lasers and when the character jumps. So yeah, now I'm kinda obsessed with Pico-8. The ability to make a game and actually finish it is such a good feeling, even if that game is small. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be made.